Hello, Miss G here again. I am going to tell you briefly about what we are going to study this week, which you already know because you've read it in Google Classroom, and that is the continuation of our virtual tour to the Museum of Modern Art. This is part 5 and 6 this week, and you are going to look at artwork, you are going to listen to the narrator, you are going to see some work by Miro, an artist who painted in a childlike way. And then you're going to see a Dali, a surrealist painter, Spanish painter, whom you already know about, and the painting is called The Persistence of Memory, and it has these melting clocks and ants on the clocks and this strange creature laying on the beach. And surrealism deals with subconscious mind and dreamlike imagery and all that. Dali is a very weird looking character. You should check him out. He has this fine looking mustache. It's very fine, and he looks always like that with googly eyes. That's Salvador Dali, Spanish artist. Outside of that, you are going to see some postmodern furniture, and you tell me whether you like it or not, and then you will see some prints, and the narrator is going to tell you about the prints, and you're going to see more of Picasso. You have studied a lot of Picasso by now. You really are familiar with him, and now you are going to see his prints. He was a famous printmaker as well, master printmaker, so you're going to see that. And then you are going to see some paintings of a painter called Mark Rothko. He painted these humongous color fields, like meaning red, orange, just colors, beside each other. And it is said that they are meditative and peaceful and calm and all that. However, Mark Rothko was a very depressed person. He was clinically depressed, and he committed suicide, unfortunately. And then you are going to see something very opposite of what Mark Rothko's paintings were, and that is the painting of William de Kooning. And I told you about him last time already. He painted this woman. He calls it a woman, doesn't look anything like a woman. He painted the painting for 2 years with heavy impasto. You already know what impasto means, like heavily applied paints. And I don't know what he was doing for 2 years on that painting. I don't even think that he likes women too much after looking at that painting. Well, anyways. And then you're going to see something strange again, which is the Dada. And this was a movement between the two world wars, after World War I, when everything was destroyed and people were distraught and impoverished, and nothing made sense anymore. And so this group of artists came about, and they said, doesn't make any sense to paint pictures or even go to look at art in museums. Doesn't make any sense. So they were reacting to this nonsense situation that was taking place at the time, this nonsense art, this absurd art. They were reacting with absurdity. For instance, Marcel Duchamp, who was French but living in New York, he was the main character of this movement, and you will see this sculpture. He doesn't call it sculpture. They don't call themselves artists, and they don't call what they do art. In fact, they call themselves non-artists and non-art, and they were against being exhibited in museums, but nowadays they are in museums and they are called artists, but that's not what they wanted. So you will see this bicycle wheel mounted on a chair, and that's one of his projects. Or another project is that he would take a snow shovel and exhibit that as his project, or he would take a bottle rack and exhibiting that, or a urinal which he signed, and that was his project. And Yeah. So what else? I guess that's it. That's how this particular video ends with the Dada movement, I suppose. And so watch it and answer the questions. For part 5, you're going to answer when was the MoMA founded, who is Cindy Sherman. Oh yeah, you are going to see also photography. So Cindy Sherman is one of the famous contemporary female photographers, a feminist photographer who is posing in many of her works. She's transforming herself into various other personas and taking photos of herself, or she poses as if she were part of movies from the 50s. And so that's Cindy Sherman. Then how many prints are at the MoMA? If you watch the video, you will find out how many prints made by Picasso, by Picasso. And also, where did woodcut originate? So that's number 5. And then you are going to answer number 6. And what are those questions there? So let me just try to find it quickly on your in Google Classroom. Here it is, MoMA. No, this is not it. Okay, going back, give me a moment. Well, anyways, you can just go to Google Classroom and read your questions, and you will know what I want you to do. And answer the questions, and that's it. So what you can do is, you can distribute the work over the week, so you don't have to do everything at the same time on Friday, but submit it by Friday. So I don't think there is anything easier than to go to a museum and look around and look at pictures and express your opinion. So do it. Trimester ends very soon, so you need your grades to be in very soon, okay? All of the grades must be in by June 10th. So you don't have really so much time left, right? So catch up with your work that you are behind on, and submit whatever you can. And that's it. See you next week. Bye.